And we should be live. Hello, everybody. My name is Garlips. What a wonderful run that two runs that we just had from Eldergoth. And of course, before that, we had Mr. McSqueezy as well. Thank you to all the runners who've been running today. But especially hype is this Silent Hill block that I'm perched on the end of here. Welcome on in. We're going to be playing Silent Hill 4 today, The Room. The much maligned, much misunderstood Silent Hill game that I think stands head and shoulders alongside Silent Hill 1 to 3, but some people have some opinions on that. Maybe I can change your mind today, who knows. So we're going to be running the any%, which we load from a save file, a completed save file. Those completed save file has some special weapons, but we won't be using those weapons. It literally just allows us to skip some unskippable cutscenes, and they don't add to the time of the in-game timer, which is what we take time from, but it will add to the real time of a marathon, so we will skip those cutscenes. Blood is purple, which is very important. That's like the most important option in this options menu, so it's got to be purple blood or nothing at all. And please do get those donations in for the charity. We have an incentive, I believe, at £1,000. So if you can get to 1,000, well, who knows what will happen? Something exciting, I'm sure. We are going to load our file. So we'll start the real timer. I'll count it in, and I'll count you in on time at the end as well. But it's the in-game time that counts for Silent Hill 4, as with all the other Silent Hills. So we'll see what we get at the end. Very exciting. Okay, so I will count us in on 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And we're off. Welcome to Silent Hill 4. Beep coined this game Silent Hill 4 The Stairs, and I think that's fairly accurate. There's going to be lots of stairs in this game. Lots of running, lots of general cardio. Henry gets a workout, but he's wearing jeans, and I worry about the friction. You know, between his thighs, it's the temperature there has got to be astronomical. I'm Garlips, by the way, and we're just checking our phone. We need to find out that it's the cord's been cut. We are locked in our apartment. We're not sure why. A very friendly guy called Walter has written on the front door, "Don't go out," and chained it for us. So we can't even if we want to. However, luckily for us, through a series of labyrinthine tunnels and holes that appear in the walls of our apartment, we can actually travel to other places. And we're going to meet lots of people, many of whom are going to die. It's unfortunate, but that's the way it is. Sometimes that happens in life, you know, swings and roundabouts. Yeah, it's not good at all. A guy called Walter Sullivan, for anyone who isn't aware of the lore of Silent Hill 4, and by the way, I would urge you to play the game through casually because the lore in this game is fantastic. Walter Sullivan, he's a very mixed up young man. He was born in my apartment building, in fact, in my very apartment, Henry's apartment, 302. And the problem is, he's not super well adjusted, unfortunately. He thinks that room is his mother, and he's very desperate to get back inside, let me tell you. So, he's kind of been raised by the cult of Silent Hill. We've seen the cult briefly in the other games, but here, the cult has raised him pretty much since he was very young, and he discovered this ritual called the 21 Sacraments, which involves killing 21 people to get what he wants, which is to really get back inside, if you know what I mean. So, unfortunately, he's already killed quite a few people, including himself. That was part of the plan. And he's going to get a few more before we manage to put an end to things. But we are going to stop him today, with your help, because I'm going to need some very good. They are rookie numbers, yeah. Only 21? Wow. So what we're doing is we just met Cynthia. You didn't see her, but she's there. We're going into the ladies' toilets, and we're going home. Basically, you use this series of holes in this game to travel backwards and forwards between your apartment and the worlds that you explore. You find items, you solve puzzles, you try to protect people and fail miserably, that kind of thing. But we need to come home because we need to notice that our cabinet has moved. We're going to find a gun. And we're also going to poke through this hole as well and spy on our neighbour, but you won't see that. Dirty voyeurs. And now we're going to go and answer the phone in our room. It's Cynthia. She's wondering where the hell we went. Where did you go?
Hurry! Save me!
If you need a token, there's one here.
There's one here.
Boop, boop, boop. 6 boops. We're speedrunners. We know. We know how many boops there are. In we go. And we're going to go back to what we call Subway 1. Why do we call it Subway 1? It implies the existence of a Subway 2, doesn't it? Well, that would be spoilers. We're going to grab these tokens here. In Silent Hill 4, it's the first Silent Hill that's got a restricted inventory. As in, there are a certain amount of slots, and you can only carry a certain amount of items. So what we're going to be doing is you can get the item ready in your menu like this, and then use it. Which saves some time. When I was learning this game, I think it was... Oh, who was it? I forget the person's name. But they were doing the tutorial, they called it priming the item. So ever since then, I've thought of it as priming the item. That's a ghost. Say hello, ghost. We're going to see some more ghosts in a minute. Because turns out, those 21 sacraments that Walter's been killing, they're kind of not happy about being dead, so they're kind of haunting the place. They're just floating around, going in and out of walls, basically making our life harder for no real reason. I mean, if anything, they should combine together to help us defeat Walter and get revenge, right? But no. Nope, they're just going to grief us. Anyway, we let Cynthia out of the train. Also, she has a very nice bonnet. That's the bonnet lady. I forget her name. It's either Susan or Mary or something. I've got to hand in my Silent Hill fan card. I don't remember the lore anymore. These are the trains. They can be very confusing when you first start learning the game. Once you memorize the layout, you're all good. The other thing about this game compared to the first 3 is that... oh, whoops. See? Case in point. The other thing about those games is that they kind of have tank controls. This game does not have tank controls. The movement is dependent upon the camera angle. And as such, you'll notice that at times... What is she doing on the floor? She's getting down. Hello. You'll notice that sometimes movement goes a bit squiffy, and that's because every time the camera angle moves, you kind of get this grace period, where if you were going in a direction, by holding that key, you continue in that direction. But eventually that grace period runs out and you change direction. So a lot of this game is literally just getting really good at the movement and knowing on every screen what you should be pressing and when you should be changing it. I need those bullets. Well, I don't need them, but I'm going to take them. We have some safety strats I'll probably be employing in this run because it's a marathon and I really don't want to die. It's not the time for YOLO strats, but we'll see how things go. Because I've got a yellow strat later on in a certain room that actually kind of works for me at the moment, so I'm gonna give it a go. But I'm gonna go in with extra health. That's how I'm gonna guarantee my safety. Anyway, Cynthia's been she's met up with Walter, and we're gonna catch up with her in a minute. But first, we need to go past the infamous wall men. Wall men are kind of random, not where they appear, but how many times they swipe and what kind of swipes they do. Whoops! Wow. So that one's the one with the funky hitbox. 2. Okay. Oh. Wow. It's okay. We'll be fine. But you have to get really good at dodging these attacks, and the hitbox for some of them is really funky. It sticks around for ages, way after the animation is finished. Whoop! Ooh, definitely dodged that. Whoa! Oh, it caught me. This is a bad wall, man. Well, it's not the worst. I've died here before in practice. So it's alright. We're fine. And for the first half of the game, when you return to your apartment, you will heal automatically. So I'm not worried about getting damage here. So long as we're not like at death's door, we'll be fine. Anyway, Cynthia died. RIP. Unfortunately, we skipped the cutscene. And we're off to the next world, which is Forest 1. Which implies the existence of Forest 2, doesn't it? It does. Anyway. We're just running through these areas. We're literally heading towards cutscenes, things that we need to trigger, so that we can then go to another place, get an item, talk to a person, do a thing. It's literally, we are a pinball, and we are zigzagging across the map, triggering whatever it is we need to do, and then heading to the end point of that level. The second time through these worlds is a lot more... oh Oh, that's 2 hits. Okay, it's usually an average of 6 over these 2 screens. That's 3. Anything less than 6 is good. 4. 4's not bad. I'll take it. But yes, the second time we kind of visit these worlds, there's a bit more of kind of a thought involved in the way that we tackle them. Like, I guess. Like, there's a bit less... Well, they're still running around, by sure, but we have to collect more things and take more time. I'm also going to trigger that, just because that can sometimes game over you, if you're not careful. But yeah, this is a great game. I really love it, and I strongly urge people to play it. I think it's as good as the first 3. It's different, sure. It's the weird, odd, like, younger sibling that, you know, many people are probably like, well, we like your cooler older brothers better, but I don't know. There's something about this game for me. Add to the fact it's a really fun run because there's a little bit of RNG, like just the right amount of RNG, in a couple of sections coming up later. When I am approaching them, I will ask you all for good luck because I'm gonna need it. Anyway, we're gonna see this boy about cutscene. There we go. Now we leave again. Literally came all the way out here just to see that, and we skipped it. I think this... Ooh, stuck on a tree. That happens a lot. But you may notice we picked up some milk, some chocolate milk. I know a guy who's around here somewhere who really likes chocolate milk, and will trade it for a spade, which is what I really need right now. Like a little hand trowel thing, so we're going to trade. This milk has been in my pocket for 10 minutes while I've been running around though, so I'm not sure it's any good anymore. Probably very warm, but hey-ho. Ain't gonna judge. There he is. He's got his milk. You can stand here and watch him drink that forever. It'll never run out. It's a magic... it's magic milk. So we're heading off now to dig up a key. This is actually quite a dangerous room, but we'll be alright. Pocket milk is almost as fun as pocket sand. It tastes better, but not by much. Anyway, we're going to dig this key out of the ground. What's really cool about the movement here is I'm going to be moving away from the item before I've even picked it up, like that. Isn't that cool? We're just too dang fast. I can't slow down for nothing. We're going through the hole. This is a very infamous beginner's trap. This game has got a few beginner's traps that make it quite fun to watch people play casually for the first time because they have no idea what they're doing. If you try to go back to the house, the main house in that area, with the key, you will trigger an infinite... we can dump everything, actually. You're going to trigger an infinite, like, room that never ends. It's like a trap puzzle thing. You have to put the key in your house, go back, go to the other hole nearer the house, and retrieve the key. And it's great fun watching people stumble on that the first time. There are a couple of other things in this game that are really fun to watch people do, like when they're in the apartments and they go, should I pick up Walter's doll? Should I not? Should I pick it up? I think it's important, I'll pick it up, and I'm like, ha 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 ha. Can't wait for you to see the haunting. Ha ha ha. Stuff like that. Oh wow. Hi everybody. Cool. Okay, there he is. He's still going. Chugging that thing. And into the hole. Gonna grab the key and I'm not sure what the IGT is, but usually I'm not sure what the RTA is, but the IGT usually at this point is around 10 minutes. So we're probably a bit more than that RTA. Key. There we go. That's all we need right now. You might have noticed I picked up a red plaque when I saw Cynthia die, or on the doorway before entering the room where Cynthia died. We need to collect a plaque at the scene of every murder that's happening. We're not going to put a stop to these murders, not yet. No, we're just going to watch them happen. Our actual role in the lore of the game is that we are the 21st Sacrament. We are the receiver of wisdom. So it's our job to kind of like understand what's going on and then die. I'm not sure why the ritual needs that. Ooh, yeah, that's Jasper dead. You hear him go, ooh-ah. He's down with the sickness. We're going to go through into the bathroom. Oh, we have another plaque, by the way. So, yeah, we just keep collecting plaques. Eventually, Walter will get to our next-door neighbor, Eileen. And I guess Henry's a little bit sweet on Eileen. I have no idea. But Eileen is where he draws the line. He's like, no. No, I've seen too much death and bloodshed. I'm going to save this one. Except the problem is, Eileen is a warrior. She can save herself. Okay? Welcome in, Pumpkin Place. Pumpkin Place is one of my regulars. Down we go. The water prison is incredibly confusing when you first arrive here in a casual playthrough. Because the whole thing can move cylindrically, it can rotate. And you actually have to rotate it to make a path to the basement. And you've also got to go all the way to the bottom to get this key. Then you've got to go all the way to the top to turn a valve. It's very confusing, but once you've got the grips of it in the speedrun, it's actually fairly straightforward. The hardest part is remembering how many times to turn the valve. That's important. And you can get that very wrong. I've done that in practice. I tried to play this game like 3 times and I never got past the water prison. I totally feel you. That is exactly what most people experience casually the first time. Absolutely. The thing to remember is, right, you got to go down to get up, okay? Usually it's you got to get up to get down. It's the other way around in the water prison, okay? You go all the way to the bottom, you get the key. You come all the way to the top, you turn this valve. That gives you electricity, okay? Because you can line up all of the holes and still not have the lights on. You can jump down those holes and find you can't open the door that you need to because you can't see the keypad because it's too dark. So, there you go. Right, once you've turned the water on, 3rd floor, you want to go to the 8 o'clock room. This whole thing is shaped like a clock face, and you want to go to the room that's at 8 o'clock. Jump down the holes, bish bash bosh. Whoops, need to skip that. Yes, water prison does absolutely suck casually. I'm the first one to admit that. Right, we're going to head up this ladder. And you go all the way to the top. Super, super easy, right? All the way to the top. This one goes twice to the right. Okay, so once to the right. You get a cutscene, you skip it. Twice to the right. Then you go down a floor. Where is it? There it is. Now this one can go 4 to the left or 4 to the right. I take it 4 to the right because that way they're all right. So that was 1. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. So yeah, you can go 4 to the left or 4 to the right because it needs to go like literally the opposite. Like it needs to be the opposite way around. It needs to do a 180 basically. And off we go. Everything should now, fingers crossed. I mean, unless I've messed up extraordinarily, which is very much something I could do. Left is right and right is wrong. Exactly. Everything's topsy-turvy in Silent Hill. We now should be able to go back up to the 3rd floor. And we go into the 1 o'clock room. The room that is 1 o'clock on the map. The water is pouring down here, which is a good sign. This door is the one we want. Okay, looking good. Excellent. Yeah, we're good. We're good. We're golden. And the lights are on too. Because if you don't have the lights on, you can't use this door. Because Henry can't see the keypad. The room code is the answer. So 0302. In you go. And that was Andrew DeSalvo, and he's dead. You never met him. But, gone, not forgotten, I guess. And we're on to the next world. We are going at a lightning pace here. We don't stop for nothing. There we go. Rip whoever that guy was. Yes. Andrew DeSalvo, who, funnily enough, once he becomes a ghost, kind of like becomes Sonic the Hedgehog. He goes a bit blue because he died in the water. And also, He does like this kind of spin ball attack. It's hard to explain other than like, if you imagine Sonic Spin Dash, that's kind of what Andrew does. It's something to behold. Unfortunately, you won't see it in the run because I will put him on the ground before he even attempts to do that. But it's interesting nonetheless to observe in real play. So this is a ghost. It's pinned to the ground by a sword. We're going to take that sword, which will actually free this ghost. Because we want that sword to pin another ghost later, namely Andrew DeSalvo. There are a number of swords in the game. You can use them to pin the ghosts. You have to attack a ghost and make it land on the floor first, and then you can apply the sword. In casual play, I would highly recommend, at the very least, swording Cynthia's ghost, who we'll meet when we get to Subway 2. But obviously in the speed run, we literally only do Andrew because Andrew's the one we have to get the key from. Down we go. So we're going to the pet shop now. We need to pick up a key and then we need to come back. Let's see if the pet shop is especially kind to me today. There are 3 dogs in here and usually they are horrendous. Let's see if they're nice. Right, we need this key. Excuse me. No, right, okay, you're being mean today. I'm leaving. Back up the stairs. Like I said at the start, Beat calls this Silent Hill 4 the stairs, and it's fairly accurate. I didn't really realise it until they put a pin on it for me. Anyway, through we go. Down some more stairs! Oh boy. Here are some gum heads. They're kind of like... Oh, he's random. He can appear sometimes. It's the true game now. The game name now. It is. If Konami re-release it at any point, they need to change the name. Get on there, Konami. Or I guess you could release a 15,000th Pyramid Head merchandise item instead. Oh, that's what you've done. Okay, fair enough. New Silent Hill coming apparently, guys. At some point this millennium. Look forward to that. Through we go. You'll notice I'm not even worried about my health. I'm not even looking at it because we'll be fine. Until at least the second half of the game, we don't have to worry about health at all, really. This is Hell Corridor, but we made it through. Oh, he tried, but he didn't succeed. Excuse me, ma'am. Down the stairs we go. When I said that to Enigma, I was sure it should have been said as a Silent Hill 4 joke. Yeah, no, like, there are plenty of jokes to make about Silent Hill 4, and quite a lot of them revolve around Walter Sullivan and his bizarre worldview, but the stairs wasn't really one I was aware of, so yeah, that was cool. It injected new life into the memes, for sure. Right, we're leaving that axe, we're going to pick it up later, second time through this area. 3750 is the code. You need to ring a phone number in your house to get that, but we already know it, so we can just progress. I've got the skip! So I'm running up the stairs during a cutscene. Don't know if you know that. If you try to use an item right at the point where the cutscene freezes your movement, you can carry on moving. You have to use an item that you... I wonder if I'm on PB pace. That's exciting, because you do save a good 5 seconds there, at least, by making it up the stairs. You can actually get quite a way up the stairs. It's very hard though. You kind of have to hold directions that you're not expecting and listen for the sounds of the stairs, footsteps on the stairs. But yeah, that skip is kind of hard to pull off. It's one of the few that I'm really good at because there were other ones, like when I was turning the valves in the water prison, you can do a skip that like skips the whole fading out with the cutscene and everything and saves loads of time. That's swag strats. I've only pulled that off once or twice in my entire life. But that one I usually get, I would say, 1 in 3 or 4 times. Fairly often. These ghosts sound like my cat when he's upset. Yeah. It's, again, fairly accurate. Anyway. That was Richard, and he's dead. RIP. We have the plaque, so we're going to go straight through into the apartments. Yes, the next location is actually the apartments that we're in, just outside of our own front door, which is nice. And you know I was talking about beginner traps? This door is the one you need. But they point you They point you down the corridor, so you explore this entire place and find all of the rooms locked, and then you come back here and you get the key. It's like, it's a beginner's trap for sure. It's incredibly rude. That's the key you need. And then you need to go to the superintendent's office. So, hey, it's Axton10_61. Good friend, and fellow runner of this game as well. That's Walter, we're going to ignore him. A Silent Hill 4, the game that asks, what's it all Silent Hill for? Yes, the Super Nintendo's office. That's where we're headed. Linked to the Silent Hill 2 game, he is the father of James Sunderland. And he's also kind of as weird, because he kept, back when Walter Sullivan was born here, like 20 odd years ago or whatever, he kept the umbilical cord he found in that room, because he's weird. Thanks for that, Frank. Because it's kind of what we need to beat the boss, so it's actually important. Also, if you played this game before, you might remember these leeches. You automatically step on them and crush them under your foot, and it takes a lot of time to get rid of all the ones here. But because I haven't equipped a single weapon so far this run, I can hold down weapon ready in the room and walk through the leeches, and I won't stomp any of them. Oh my goodness, leave me alone, please. Angry doggy! Go away! He was going to make a nice soup with it, was he? Yeah, I bet he was. Frank's so weird. Anyway, this little note is the only thing you need in this apartment building. You need to put it under your door. You need to post the post yourself, because no one else is going to do it. There it is. Now, this note, when you read it, it makes Eileen's front door key appear in your bedroom. I don't know why it's in your bedroom. It's a bit weird, to be honest. And then once we have Eileen's front door key, we can get into Eileen's apartment and hopefully save her in time before Walter Sullivan strikes again. So, we already have some notes under our front door we should have read. I'm going to try and avoid all of them and just get the red note. Yeah, I got it. First time. Nice. If you have to read the other ones, it's just a second or two, but it adds up. Sometimes you can also look at your shoes as well. And Henry will remark on his shoes. He'll be like, these are my shoes. What the hell? Anyway, we have the key now. Oh, where am I going? We don't need that. We need this. Umbilicious soup. I couldn't even read that properly. It's such a good pun. Hey, Axton. I'm pretty sure Eileen heard your joke there. Because she's laughing right now, aren't you, Eileen? Yeah, she loves it. That scream happens every time. So you can set your own joke there if you run this game. Right. So, Eileen's been taken to the hospital. It's very super serious, but don't worry. We're going to collect this Pokemon card from our front door. And we're going to put it on the wall. And then we're going to put our plaques in the... Oh my goodness. Plaques in the wall. That's what we're going to do. And we're going to make a portal. Nice. Right, we're off to the hospital. Now, do you remember I told you there's some RNG sections in this game? This is the big one, okay? Upstairs, there are 11 on each side. 22 rooms, and they are randomized, okay? So, we could end up getting the rooms that we need. We need 2 rooms. We could get them first, or we could get them on the 11th try, okay? So, let's go for the good luck. Not a good start. That's not the right room. That's also not right. Nope. Oh, not bad. R2, right? Oops, not that way. Right, now we can use the key on these doors to find the right key, the right room that we need. We don't actually have to go into them, which is super useful. make sure we don't get run over by a wheelchair, which is a sentence I just said. Oh my goodness, come on. It's going to be at the end of the corridor, isn't it? You guys didn't wish me luck, did you? It's your fault. I'm on the wrong key. That's not good. Hang on. I must have scrolled back. There it is. Whew! We found Eileen! Eileen is a warrior. She's going to join us on our quest. Some people think you have to look after Eileen. You don't. Eileen looks after us, okay? If you playing casually, equip her with a weapon and you watch her go. But, in the run, of course, we do not do that because that would waste time. She would attack everything and God love her. That's a brilliant strategy to have, but it does not go fast. She takes her time. So we're going to avoid that. You have to make sure that she's with you or close to you when you're leaving a room, because otherwise she might not follow you. And we're actually going to abuse that later by making her stay in certain rooms so that she doesn't get hurt. Because we need to keep damage to Eileen to a minimum. Right. We need a key from our front door, which is just here. I got it first time. Nice! My pixel points are on point today. In we go. Yes, please don't forget to get your donations to charity in. We're raising money, and it's a very, very good cause. So please do, if you can, if you're in a position to, please consider it. Right, Eileen should be just bringing up the rear right now. Come on, Eileen. There you are. Come on, Eileen. See, it doesn't take long, does it? You'll try your best when you start running this game to not say it, but you'll say it. Right, I'm really hoping that she managed to take a good line down the stairs there. Come on, Eileen. Eileen. There she is. You were waiting for it. Yeah, it's an inevitability, so it's easier just to say it yourself. Get it out of the way. Right. If anyone's played this game before, you will remember these sections. You have to run down a spiral staircase with Eileen. What we're doing is we're moving in a certain way. We're moving down, but we're also occasionally flicking to the right. In doing that, we make sure that Eileen doesn't touch the center of the spiral. If she touches the center of the spiral, she does this weird kind of adjustment where she steps away, and it wastes time. So we're kind of just making sure that we watch her feet more than anything else. And when she gets a little bit too close to the inside of the spiral, we just tap right. Here we are. I would sing the song, but I do such a perfect rendition it would register as copyright, so I'm not going to. Welcome everybody to Subway 2. Yes, we're back in the subway. Except this time we have Eileen in tow, and we've got whole new puzzles to solve. We're just going to wait for Eileen a little bit to make sure she makes it through with us. Where are you, Eileen? There you are. Perfect. Right, what we're going to do is we're going to head back home, because we have to head back home to get an item from under the front door. We're running ahead so that Eileen doesn't follow us into the toilet. So she'll just hang out in that corridor where she'll be safe. Basically, Eileen is booking it. She's in heels, by the way. She's had a very, very bad evening so far, and it's not getting any better. So, I mean, you kind of have to put everything in perspective. She's doing incredibly well. I mean, people get very annoyed with Eileen when they play this game casually for the first time, and I understand it. It's frustration because you don't know what you're doing, and she gets hurt a lot, and you have to look after her. But the simple fact of the matter is she is a warrior, so, you know, you shouldn't worry too much. Anyway, we needed that key. We've got the tokens already. That's good news. All right, off we go. So Eileen will follow us into this room, and we are going to meet Cynthia's ghost. We're going to skip the cutscene. We're going to go straight through this door. Eileen should be in the main area, but not follow us through. We're going to wait for a despawn sound from Cynthia. Come on, Cynthia, despawn. Cynthia. Cynthia, despawn. Cynthia. Despawn. Cynthia! Cynthia, you're embarrassing me in front of my friends. There's the noise, right? You have to wait for that noise. Now, what's hilarious is that that can happen after, like, a second, or it can happen after 15 seconds like it just did. Wonderful. If you were going for, like, world record pace, I guess you would just YOLO it. But we're at a marathon. I want to make sure that we do it properly, so I waited for the despawn. That just ensures that Eileen has been left alone in a room without any enemies in it, so she's not going to get any damage. Basically. She wants to hang so bad, she does. She could have brushed her hair first, though. It's not really... Her hair has grown a lot since she died. Like, a lot. But, I mean, I don't know what it's like to be a ghost. Maybe it's incredibly insufferable and you have to get haircuts all the time. I have no idea. We're going to go home. We have a token now, and we're going to launder this money by washing it in the sink. We're also going to get rid of some stuff in our inventory as well. So, we're going to head to the chest. We're going to dump off the tokens, the sword, and these keys. All we want is the token. No, we want the gun as well. We want the gun as well. Take the gun. Q. Right, wash the token. And I mean, casually, while you're playing this game, if you ever get stuck and you're like, I'm not sure where it is I'm supposed to go, check your map, and if you've explored everywhere, chances are you probably need to go home and get something. So, by the act of going home and coming back, you can manage your inventory, you can work out what it is you're supposed to be doing, and occasionally you get notes and stuff under the door, as well as items that you need, so you can go and get them and come back. Lots of backtracking in this game, lots of trying to work out where it is you're supposed to go. I kind of like that in a game, but obviously once you're escorting Eileen, it can become a drag for some, because, well, suddenly you've got to look after someone else. And, you know, when you're first playing the game, some of the systems in the game, like looking after Eileen, making sure she doesn't become too possessed, using the holy candles. A lot of that isn't incredibly intuitive. So what I'm doing is a safety strap. I'm killing some of these wall men, 2 of them to be specific. That one, and then another one underneath. 1, 2, 3. No, lose those bullets. The reason we kill these wall men, you don't have to, but we're going to bring Eileen down this side of the escalator in a minute, and she can get hit quite badly by them. So by getting rid of 2 of them, we kind of empty our gun for the silver bullet, which is nice, and also... whoops, no, I do want that. Thank you.
Garlips, do you have a second?
Oh, yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Axton donated £5 for Eileen.
Ooh, thank you, Axton.
Thank you, Axton.
He did it for Eileen. You should all do it for Eileen. She deserves it. Anyway, we're going to use this token here that we just washed on this machine. And it will provide us with the murder scene key. Eilen's with us now.
Joseph is still alive.
Don't stop. Come on, we're on a speed run. Come on. I've got to wait for her to catch up now. She's really lollygagging today. Keep up. Okay. Through this side? No, it's this side, isn't it? Now that we have the murder scene key, we can go into the little room that Cynthia died in and pick up the train handle. You really need the train handle. Don't ever go down Wallmen 2 or Wallmen 3 without picking it up. I've done that once before, and it's, well, it's a run killer. I'll tell you that for free. So, whoops, wrong way. Great, well done me. I think it's just like, what are you doing? It do be an any % run. It is. It is. So, Make sure Eileen is with us. Step onto the escalator. We're running down the wrong side, but don't worry, it's fine. Right, where's the first one? There he is. Past him. Eileen did get punched. Nice. Sometimes she gets bonked there, so that's good news. Right, we killed the 2, so they're dead. They won't come back. And then we've got one at the end just before we finish, which I think is coming up just about now. Where is he? There he is. Silent Hill 4, no bonk percent. It's impossible. You can't do it. It cannot be done. I'm saying it right now. Yeah. Don't worry about Eileen in this one particular bit. She'll catch up with us. But the important thing is to make sure you don't get trapped by Cynthia here. That can be potentially fatal. So, we use the train handle to move the train. Here's Eileen. And off we go. That is Subway 1 complete. And you'll notice I only have 2 items in my inventory. That's because the only real part of the run where item inventory management is really important is coming up. It's Forest 2. Forest 2, you can only hold 10 items. Come on, Eileen. Come on. That's it. You can only hold 10 items, and you need to pick up at least 5 or 6, I think it is, to get through the end. So your inventory space is really limited, and it's kind of like measured down to the precise number of slots. On practice, I forgot to dump the tokens, and I was 1 out, so I couldn't actually pick up the Pickaxe of Despair, which is the strongest melee weapon in the game. But we still finished the run at 58 minutes IGT, so I was quite happy with that as a D-Rust. Hopefully we're going to beat it today, but we don't know. Maybe, maybe not. This is Forest 2. Yeah, it's similar. It's definitely similar, except you can't even put stuff down and come back and pick it up. You have to take it home and dump it in a box, which on this kind of run is well, it's not a run killer, but it certainly any chance of a PB or a world record goes out of the window. So in Forest 2, we have to find 5 doll pieces. They are hidden inside these wells, and the only way that you can see inside the well to pick up the item is to have a lit torch with you. But the torch goes out. So there are periodic places where you can light the torch, but the second it goes out, which it does literally after 1 or 2 rooms, it's gone out already, you have to relight it. This is the main area of Wish House. What we're going to do is we're going to leave Eileen in this room. We're going to run so fast she can't catch up with us, and this is kind of her creche. There's a ball pit. She's going to be absolutely fine in there. No enemies. We don't have to worry about her at all. And we're going to make sure that every time we enter that room, we kind of leave it before she can catch up with us. Resident Evil 0. You mean the game where I acted like a hoarder, throwing everything on the floor in the main lobby? Yes. Yes, the one and same. I really don't like Resident Evil 0. Sorry, Resident Evil 0. It's like probably I like Resident Evil Survivor more than that. And I can hear some howling from downstairs. Pumpkin Blade likes to howl because she hears howling on the game here. Also, I'm doing a trick. Every time I go through a door, I'm equipping something as I go through, and that cuts down on the animation because everything stops while Henry does whatever it is he's supposed to be doing, but you can actually access doors while you're in that animation state. So I've just loaded my gun, I equipped my gun, I loaded it with a silver bullet, and then I equipped my torch, and I did it all without stopping, which is pretty cool. It's quite nifty. Yeah, Resident Evil 0 to me is the one I haven't gone back to in a long time, because the memories are still somehow fresh. Get my ass kicked by a giant scorpion. Getting my ass kicked by a giant bat. Not having enough space for any items and having to put them all down on the floor. Yes, I remember it well. Our route is completely, or route is completely designed here to maximize efficiency, so we don't have to worry. The only real place we need to worry about items is this place and we'll be fine. Although my health is not great. So what I'm probably going to do is there's some safety health coming up in a minute. I'm probably going to grab it. Just to make sure. Because I don't like my health bar right now. It's in the yellow. We don't like yellow. Anyway, you'll notice I've ran all the way out here into the middle of nowhere. I'm going to light my torch here by the secret flame behind the tree. And this is where the well is. There's 2 wells on this path, actually. There's one here and there's one we're going to grab on the way back that we've already run past. So, there's doll piece number 2. 3 even. Off we pop for a trip back home. Yes, 4 over 0. I saw you in the chat earlier. Sorry, I forgot to say welcome in. One of my regulars. One of my very good friends. Yep, well, actually, we're going to complete... We have to go back home in Water Prison 2. Water Prison 2. But we don't have to go back in Forest 2, luckily. We should be able to do this whole map without going home. In fact, yeah, if you go home, something is very wrong. In casual play, you probably would go home because there's a can of oil or gas in your utility closet, and in there you can dip your torch in, and it will actually make your torch last for much longer when lit. So, casual play, I would definitely recommend that because you get more chance to explore. You don't have to be rushing like this, but we've got enough time on a speed run. We don't have to worry about the oil. Go through this door and the path. We have 4 doll pieces, so we need 1 more. We also need a medallion, and we need the pickaxe of despair. So Eileen's catching us up, but don't worry, we'll keep her in the crash. This is a very fun run. It was my first run that I ever learned. Accident is in the chat and donated. We both decided to start learning this game together at the same time as our first speed run, and it was a great experience to kind of have that kind of friendly rivalry, but also just learning things for the first time, having fun, making mistakes. It was great. And I highly recommend anyone who's been thinking about speedrunning, you really should just pick up a game that you enjoy from your past or something you're familiar with, and just start. Just hit a timer and go. You can learn all the other stuff later. I'm going to light this torch. We picked up a health item, we used it because now we're back at full health. We've got the pickaxe of despair, and we've got 1 slot left for the last gold piece, which is just out here. There we go. We have now collected all 5 pieces of Exodia. We will assemble them, and we will win. It is a good time. I mean, everyone's dying, Eileen's injured, my jeans are on fire from the friction, but you know what? It's a good time. I didn't mean to look at that doll, but okay, never mind. Eileen, thank you. I wanted to make sure she was on this platform before I, Excellent, down we go. Oh, hey, welcome in, Kinda Big Deal. I know Kinda Big Deal as well. Best part of speedrunning is a community full of awesome people. Couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more. Right, we are off to Water Prison 2. That went extremely well. We're back at more or less full health. Eileen is in very good condition, actually. She's not really possessed or hurt at all, which is excellent. Kindly did a scuffed speedrun of Metal Gear Solid 4.
Mommy.
No, don't, no, come on. Okay. She heard me say nice things about her, and now she's decided to play up. Embarrass me in front of my friends. Garlips has proved the speedrunning community rules. He legit taught me this run on the spot. That was a fun evening. I think I downloaded the VOD of that because I was like, wow, I got to help Beep. I think I still have that because I was like, that was seriously one of the funnest streams I've ever done because it was so off the cuff and you know, we just had fun with it. Yeah, it was great. Oh, hi Walter. Anyway, we're in the water prison now. And Eileen is up there. She's going to catch us up in a bit. What we're going to do is while she's running down, she can't use ladders. She is in heels and she has a broken arm to be fair. we're gonna swat some bugs. We should do it again. What do you want to learn? I've got a couple of shit games that I run that you can learn, or I can learn one of yours. Where are the bugs gone? Where are the bugs? Oi! Where are the bugs? There should be more bugs than this. Oh, right, okay. You're just wasting your time. There we go. Launch. Eileen is just, like, generally catching us up. I usually don't go much further than this door, so I wait for her here if she's not with me by then. There she is, and there's another bug. I think... Are we going to deal with this bug? Oh, come here. Yeah, we are going to deal with the bug, just to make sure. Right, okay, off we go. Walter is following us, but don't worry, he won't really catch up with us. And what we're going to do is we're going to get Eileen down here. I'm scared. Oh, I know. Me too. But, we need to go fast, okay? I need you to be brave. Go fast for me. Learn Kudelka. Ooh, I need to play Kudelka first. And I would like to learn the Lucanor run. I've watched, Jace play Lucanor and do the run, so that would be fun. I'm familiar with the game. Anyway, we're going to do Eileen skip. So, we bonk Eileen, and we run for the door. And we leave her in that room. Eileen skip is used kind of twice in this run. That's the first instance of it. Because we want to leave her in a nice safe room where she can be herself and just chill while we go jumping through some holes. I mean, it is Silent Hill 4. Well, Silent Hill in general. But jumping through holes is kind of the de rigueur. Down we go. You'll love the RNG, you will hate it. Yeah, Kudelka, I've never played it casually yet, so I'd have to play it casually first. But I do own a copy of Kudelka on PS1. Luckily, I got into buying all the survival horror games back when they weren't stupid expensive. Because I'm old, so... The two-headed babies get you every time. Yeah, they're one of the coolest... Honestly, in a game series full of cool enemy designs, they are one of the coolest enemy designs. And I really wish, you know, instead of a 15th red pyramid thing statue, could we maybe get a twin victim statue? That would be amazing. Instead of a 20th pyramid head, a 50th bobblehead nurse. Maybe we could get a twin victim. That would be cool. Just sat on my shelf going like this. The movement starts here, folks. Oh, goodness, my bedroom is haunted, which means my bathroom will be haunted too. Right. We have to read this shirt, and then we know that a ghost is going to appear. Don't ask me why, it just does. Right. My house is haunted, don't worry about it, it's fine. It's fine. What am I doing here? I need my ghost killing kit, so we lose this. We're gonna take the bullets, and we're gonna take the sword, and that's it. That's us. Whoops.
Garlips.
Yep.
We have another donation.
Ooh, go ahead.
Axton, cheering on Eileen, telling her to not be scared. Just a reminder, if we do hit our stretch goal of 1,000, there will be added time to the end of the marathon.
Yes.
Something special.
Yes, you definitely want to get us up to that number because it'll be something special for sure. What was I going to say? Yes, so what we've done is we've activated the ghost now. So we've got our ghost killing kit, and we're going to destroy these things by walking into them so that Eileen doesn't get hurt. There he is. We're going to put the sword, whang, there he goes. And he's going to give us a key. There's also a spirit medallion on this floor. Spirit medallions are things that you can wear that combat the effects of hauntings. So I'm going to grab it. Usually you wouldn't stop for it, but because our bedroom is haunted, because our bathroom is haunted, I'm going to take it. So just sucking up all this damage so that Eileen doesn't take it. There should be a medallion right around here. Where is it? There it is. We're going to take this. No, we are. We are going to take it. And equip it. Cool. We're going to load our gun as well in a minute, because We've got that, if you remember earlier on I was talking about a YOLO strategy. We're approaching the YOLO strategy. Well, it's not quite a YOLO strategy. I kind of know what I'm doing with it, but still, it's a bit stressful. So we're going to load our gun just in case it goes south. I have been on a marathon before and had this room go abysmally wrong, so really need the good vibes right now. I need the universe to be kind. Here we go. In we go. Right, so this room, what I tend to do, what works for me is I stick to the left-hand side. Once the enemies really start running at me, I veer to the right, which has gone horribly wrong. Excellent. Cool. Oh my god! Okay, so that went well. Eileen didn't even get hit. I was expecting that to... The second I got stuck in all those enemies, I was like, this is gonna go bad. But, what can I say? YOLO strats, they work, apparently. That room is a nightmare. Yeah, I have died there before on runs. It's been bad news. The last time I had a really bad one of those on the marathon, I was on a marathon, so I couldn't just, like, die. I had to leave the room, I had to find some help, I had to come back. It was very stressful. Yeah, I have those all the time, Beep. I'm just like, oh, okay, I made it through, excellent. Like, earlier on, I opened the event today. I was doing Gregory Horror Show. And I messed up a room, and I walked in, and one of the enemies that was supposed to be there would have seen me, but he kind of glitched out and disappeared, and I've got it on video. It's never happened to me before. But I was like, oh, I'm okay. Sometimes the universe just throws you a bone. Right, so what we're going to do here is we're going to do the second Eileen skip. Now, this is really important in Building World 2, and I'll show you why. So, bonk. Did I bonk her? Yeah, I did. Excellent. Right, so we left Eileen in that very specific little room there. And the reason we've done that, I'm going to grab this extra health just to make sure. I'm going to pop one right now. The reason why we left her in that room is because Building 2 is a nightmare, casually. You have to collect all of these items, you have to go to the very far reaches of the level. There are lots of enemies, they harm Eileen, they harm you. It's just a nightmare. So what we're going to do is we're going to take advantage of the fact that you see that mesh fence there separating me and Eileen. If you come into this room, turns out Eileen just ignores it and runs through. Hi, Eileen. And by doing that, you skip a locked door that you need to collect 4 or 5 items for, and then you have to put those items in the correct places they're supposed to go. I would say casually, it's an hour of play. I would say even if you were running it as fast as you could, it would still be 20 minutes. 15, 20 minutes. So yeah, it's a massive time save. And Eileen skip is one of the big tricks that you learn first time when you start playing the game. Ain't nobody got time for that. No one. Building 2 is abysmal casually. Right, we're also going to use the fact that Eileen, she should be at the bottom of the stairs. Oh, I missed it, never mind. If you go through this door while she's at the bottom of those stairs, you can also bring her through the fence that is at the bottom of the stairs as well. We're also going to grab this axe, just in case, as insurance. The code for the door this time is 4890. And instead of going up the staircase this time, we're going to go down the staircase. We're heading towards a boss. So I'll explain how the boss works, and you can give me some good luck. I need good luck in chat, okay? Any emotes you've got, any good luck emotes, lay them on me, because we're about to face the One Truth. The One Truth is an enemy that has 12 enemies on the wall. Okay, they're all wall men that descend from above, and they are invincible except for one of them. One of them, if you attack the correct one, the One Truth, then all of the enemies take damage. And so it's finding out which one of those enemies is the One Truth and inflicting damage as quickly as possible. Now, it could be any one of these 12, and as such, we have to discover as quickly as possible which one it is. And we're going to hope for good luck, and that it's literally the first one I attack. We're just waiting for Eileen here. There are some bugs, but don't worry, it's going to be fine. That's a lot of good luck in the chat, thank you. This is going to go incredibly well now. You watch. Famous last words. Right, so we're going to come over here. We're going to aim our gun. No. Right, so it's not any of those, because you saw these over here didn't react. It's not those two. Now we're going to aim at these four. It's not any of those three. It might be the one at the end. It's not him, so it's one of these two at the end. Now, that's not good because it's bad luck. It's one of the last ones that I've chosen to attack. However, it's good for us at least because we found out quickly enough. Right, so it's this one. Ah, goodness sake, I almost swore. He disappeared because he knows that I know that he's the one. And that's why he's hiding. Isn't it? Game likes to cheat like this quite often. It's not on, game. I know that you know that I know. There he is. So we're going to unload this clip in him. That won't be enough to kill him, unfortunately. Then we'll equip our axe. And we will give him the business. And that's it. That was a fairly good one truth, because even though the luck wasn't good, I didn't get hit once, and we discovered it pretty quickly. So, actually, thank you for the good luck, everybody. It worked out. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. He hid because he knew that you knew that his secret is known. Exactly. Exactly, Paul. And if there's something I hate, it's AI that knows what I know. Like, the AI shouldn't know that I know. But it does. So, it hides. But we beat it anyway. The knowing of secrets was known to the knower of knowing secrets. Yes. Because I haven't got the brain power needed, required to understand that statement and decide whether it's actually correct or not. So yes. Yes, absolutely. Right. So we're now on to Apartments 2. It is the last section of the game. Don't worry, time is not coming up just yet. We've still got a good run through this world. We're going to go into apartment 302 of the past. We're going to meet Joseph Scriber, who's a ghost who lives in the wall, in the ceiling, in fact. You won't see him because I'll be skipping the cutscene, but you will see me picking up some lore that I'll be skipping through as quickly as possible. So, first off, we're going to go through here. We're going to read the notes in here. Well, actually 3 of them. You only need to read 3 of these notes, not the one on the table. I'm not sure why. The chest of drawers, rather, is the one you don't need to read. So, spam through this as quickly as possible. In-game, casually, this is a great place because you get a load of truth dropped on you here and you understand what's going on a bit better. But instead, what we're going to do is we're going to skip all the way through it so you won't see any of it. But trust me, it's some good lore. And one more. Here it is. Boom, 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 boom. And now you run over here and you get a cutscene, which we skip. True story, I played Silent Hill 4 upside down once, and Silent Hill 1 as well, upside down and back to front. And this cutscene was hilarious because Joseph was the only character who was the right way up. You can check out my VOD channel if you want to see me play this game. I sped run it upside down and back to front. That was quite fun. It's a good challenge if you've learned the run and you want a new challenge. Try playing upside down and back to front. You adapt to it surprisingly quickly. Right. Front door keys. Hey, guess what, everybody? You know how your front door keys are always where you last expect them to be? Turns out they were behind a wall in a dead guy's pockets. It's always the last place you check. And we're in Apartments 2. In Apartments 2, it's the only world where you don't have to worry about where Eileen is. So we can just leave her in the dust, okay? We are off. You don't have to worry. Your fave is still voice commands, Silent Hill 4. That was, yeah, that was an experience, wasn't it? Maybe I'll revisit that someday. I tried to play the game with just voice commands, and, well, it got interesting. Let's put it that way. I've also tried to play this game blindfolded, which was a very silly idea. Because if it was tank controls, like Silent Hill 1 to 3, I think I could have done it. But, Silent Hill 4 is kind of impossible to play that way, because the camera angle is always changing. So, I don't think I'll be returning to that idea. Yeah, blindfolded. Yeah, the VOD exists. I got into Subway 1. I got further than I thought I was gonna get, let me put it that way. I bought some stuff, and lived. Excuse me. Ow. Yes, the voice commands were very fun because, what was it? I had to yell something like, "Hey, brother," or something to make something happen. I can't remember what it was. But yeah, we kept changing the voice commands, so I had to yell out some pretty hilarious stuff. We need to get into the superintendent's office to get the umbilical cord, but the superintendent's office is covered in chains. So what we need to do is we need to look at these 6 hanging bodies to open... Yeah, it was hell yeah, brother, to open doors. That was it. Yeah, for sure. Just emphatically. I think when I wanted Henry to just start swinging crazily at enemies, I would yell like, "Go ham! Go ham, Henry!" And it kind of worked. But yeah, it was also... It was definitely never going to work, like, to the point of completing the game. And I think, but we had our fun. We had our fun. Anyway, so we're checking off these hanging corpses now. Just a couple more. That one and this one.
Hurry up.
See all those weapons on the walls? That's a beginner's trap too, because none of them are real. The first time you walk into that room, you're like, "Oh my god, jackpot!" And you can't use any of them. Right. Through we go. Cutscene with Eileen, which we skip. And then we head through this door. I think we're doing pretty good for time. I don't know what the final time's going to be, but I think it's going to be under 58. I hope so. Right, we have the umbilical cord, everybody. Hooray! Now it's just a straight run to the final boss. Because Eileen has disappeared. What we need to do is, we actually get a free heal before the final boss. So we don't actually have to heal right now. We can make it to the final boss with the health we've got. And we will have 3 spare heals for the final boss. Now that's why I call it insurance. I'm actually gonna... Wait, I'm gonna have to use some up because I need 4 slots. Oh, goodness. Okay, right. We are going to use something. We'll keep 1. I think we'll be able to keep 1. So, and I got her. Excellent. So now I can use 1. We want 4 empty slots, or rather 3 slots and the umbilical cord in the final boss, because then we can grab the spears a lot quicker. Get away, Blobby. Get. Yes. Mr. Blobby's in chat. He wants to talk to you about Silent Hill. Yeah. The spirit medallion. No, I think I've got 3 slots and I've got the umbilical cord, so it should work out fine. What I do need to do is I need to equip the pickaxe of despair, so I'll do that as I go through this. Very jaunty run with the pickaxe. Look at that. Hi ho, hi ho. It's off to work I go. And we're gonna make our way to the final boss. It's just through this door, through this pool. Yes, we can fight the moon presence. We just need to jump into this puddle reflection, jump through the hole. I mean, it is Silent Hill. Why break the habit of a lifetime? Right, we need to use the umbilical cord on this monster. Using the umbilical cord, we'll make the spears appear. So, yeah, we got 4 slots, we're good. So, 1 spear. 2 spear. 3 spear. spears into the creature on the wall. Walter is completely invincible until you put all the spears into this creature. Whoops, I'm not paying attention. So, time is on the final hit of Walter. So, I can't really count down because I don't remember how many hits it is. But I will just kind of yell time when the final hit happens, and if we time it a bit afterwards, it's fine, because honestly, we go by IGT. It's I would imagine for over Zero that the umbilical cord is umbilical cord jerky by now. It's been 20 odd years. I mean, I'm not sure how old Walter Sullivan is, but yeah, isn't he something like early to mid 20s? Right, in goes one. He teleported, which is good because we want him kind of close to us. There we go, and one more. Right, we want to get our weapon all charged up, ready. He's gonna change color. And here we go. Right, he's not up against the wall, which is a problem. This is not good. Right, okay. Now we'll jump back properly. Alright, you know what? Change of tactic. We're going to change our tactic. We're going to go old school. This charge attack makes us invincible, and we can move around while we charge it, so that's what we're going to do. It's a faster charge. It's going to take us longer to kill him, but in the end, it'll be a bit safer. Time coming up shortly. Wow, he is owning me today. It's like, bring it, and that's time. And we saved Eileen, everybody, which is good. It's good news. We didn't get the best ending. We were never going to get the best ending, but we got one of the two middle endings, which is nice. Eileen survived, but the apartment is still cursed. I'm just going to skip this cutscene, and also the credits, even though it's got amazing music. Thank you. I wonder, we should be bang on estimate, hopefully. A 5902. It's worse than practice, but you know what? It's fine. I think it's because the final boss kind of screwed with me a little bit. 5902 is not bad. I'm not sure what it was on IGT. You were bang on estimate. Lovely. That's what we love to see. Less than 111. Perfect. All right. I will disappear now because I'm going to be doing the next run as well, which is going to be a Dusk showcase. I've not played Dusk in ages, and I have like 1 page of notes. Hopefully it's going to go okay. But I will disappear for now, and we'll be back shortly with the next game. Please get your donations in the meantime. Okay? Thank you.